Dear 5th semester optional students, in the last video I taught about the making of English, in which we come to know for our convenience, for our studies, they divided the Old English period from 1450 up to 1100, Middle English period 1100 up to 1500 AD, and Modern English period from 1500 onwards till today. So let us come to know about the Old English period. I have already explained a few things as far as the Old English period is concerned. So after the settlement of Anglo-Saxons during the 5th and 6th centuries in England, there is a rise of Saxon kingdoms in England. There are key events of the Old English period are like this. So there is a retreat of Celts. So these Celts tribes were the earlier original inhabitants of England. So when the Normans, Anglo-Angles, Saxons and Jutes, they arrived to England, these Celts, they began to spread towards, means they migrated from the important parts of England towards Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and that's why we can have some important place names like Kent, York, Avon, Dover, Cumberland, Thames. These words have been included in the English dictionary. And after this event, in the year 597, it was the time when Saint Augustine arrived to England. So there was a rapid conversion of Anglo-Saxons to Christianity. It was a very large conversion completed by the late 7th century. And this resulted in Latin and Greek religious words being merged into English language. So because of the activities of these missionaries, once again we see how the Latin elements and the Greek elements have been included into the English dictionary, or they arrived, the words pertaining to the Christianity religion arrived to England, and they replaced Anglo-Saxons alphabets also by the Roman alphabets. And from the 8th century through the 9th and 10th centuries, once again we see the arrival of Scandinavians, another group of northern Europeans. They are known as Vikings. Scandinavians, they arrived to England in the 9th and 10th centuries. These Scandinavians are the groups of northern European place. They are known as Vikings. They are from Denmark. So Norway and Sweden came first to plunder and then to settle parts of coastal regions of Britain. Actually, earlier they came to England to take the rich resource of England, but later they settled in England. So Old Norse, the language of the Vikings. Old Norse was the language of the Vikings, the Scandinavian tribe, and was basically same as the language of Anglo-Saxons. So this language nevertheless influenced the Old English in a very large way, big way. Many loan words entered to the English language, including common words like take, sisters, skin, window, wish and die, and even grammatical words such as personal pronouns they, them, their, the prepositions in, out, off, to, and dow and down. So this is how the settlement during the Old English period. So let us come to know some distinguishing features of the Old English period now. So Old English period, no doubt, we have studied now settlements of Anglo-Saxons. They came to England. then Scandinavian tribes, Vikings, they came to England, they settled earlier, they came to take a rich plunder of England, but later on they settled. So, after this settlement also, the Old English period is said to be the homogeneous Anglo-Saxon language. It was the pure language. Old English period language is said to be the pure language, pure English language, with a little Latin influence, and followed by Norse. So, vocabulary of the written language. And the most important shaping Old English was its Germanic heritage in vocabulary. Germanic, because these what we say, Jutes, Angles, and Saxons. They are the Norman. They are the German tribes. So quite naturally, there is an influence of German over English in the English vocabulary. So Old English was fully inflected with 5 grammatical cases. So that's why it was a homogeneous language, pure language. But the Old English period is said to be the English was inflected language with 5 grammatical case endings. One is nominative, accusative, genitive, dative, and instrumental cases. Its word order was relatively free since its inflections prevented ambiguity. So, free word order. So, there was a free word order. Its inflection, since its inflections prevented ambiguity. Because of the inflections, there was no ambiguity in the English language in the Old English period. And as far as pronunciation is concerned, it had no silent syllables. Like the present, we have some silent syllables in English words, but in the Old English period, there were no silent syllables, and its spelling was very rough attempt to at being phonetic. That is to say, its letters represented its sounds fairly and closely. The Old English had 3 different major dialects. So there were 3 important dialects, major dialects in England. As we have dialects like Mysore Kannada dialect, North Karnataka dialect, Vijapur Kannada dialect is different than Dharwad Kannada. So these are all dialects. One language may be very near to the one dialect may be very near to the language. So in those days, in the Old English period, there were major English dialects like Kentish English, West Saxon English, Anglian English. So these were the major dialects of the Old English period. And some of the important surviving works of Old English literature was Beowulf. So which are the works, literary production during the Old English period? So Beowulf was the long epic poem written during the Old English period, and the name of the author was unknown. It is unknown. The name of the author is unknown, synonymous, and it is a Beowulf, Beowulf, an epic poem. And the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, another work. It was written during the Old English period. And Cadman's Hymn, Hyme, Cadman's Hymn, written by Cadman. Cadman's Hymn was another important work of the Old English period. And Christian religious poem. This Cadman's Hymn was a Christian religious poem. And this is how we can have some details about the Old English period. I once again say, Old English period starts from 450 AD up to 1100 AD. So this is the Old English period.